everybody, what's going on, and welcome back here to RFACTOR 1. In today's video we're going to be driving around in Daniel Ricciardo's 2017 Red Bull. We might even do another race in this video with a different car of Daniel Ricciardo's. Specifically, this track along with Malaysia, Nürburgring, Hockenheim, we really need these tracks back on the calendar. But it doesn't matter. I don't care if you're a Hamilton fan, a Verstappen fan, a Norris fan, a Piastri fan, a Sebastian Vettel fan, a Raikkonen fan, you name it. Of course, everybody loves all the drivers, despite no matter what you say. Oh, Charles Leclerc is my favourite driver, Lewis Hamilton is my favourite driver. Okay, yes, they could be your favourite driver that you support a lot. But at the same time, you know deep down that you love Daniel Ricciardo as well, or you love Lando Norris, or these other drivers as well. It doesn't matter which team or driver you support for. You love Daniel Ricciardo. Everybody loves Daniel Ricciardo. The entire Formula One paddock loves Daniel Ricciardo. Every single, it could be. You could be someone and not even watch Formula One and still, oh my gosh, we just taken out Max Verstappen. Well, okay, with a sole remaining Red Bull in this Grand Prix, but you can be a person, or you can be a dog. You can just be, you can even be an animal and not even know what Formula One is. You can be a person and not be an F1 fan. And, you see F1, you see an interview or something of Daniel Ricciardo for the first time. Everybody loved Daniel Ricciardo to them. But, yeah. I sincerely thought, and I still believe, that Daniel Ricciardo is championship winning material. Especially when he was at Red Bull. If Sebastian Vettel, not Sebastian Vettel, but if after 2013 and Red Bull were still dominant and it'd be Daniel Ricciardo and Sebastian Vettel fighting for the championship, Ricciardo, not only did he beat Vettel in 2014 because of that awful Red Bull, but he would have gave Sebastian Vettel a run for his money for a 5th championship, for Daniel Ricciardo to win a championship. And if Ricciardo had the car, I sincerely think he would fight for the championship and maybe he would win it, as we're going side by side here with the Mercedes of Hamilton. It is Felipe Massa. We're going to go up the inside here. Yes, perfect. Nice overtake. Brilliant there. We're going up into P8 now. We're right behind a Renault now. And it's a Renault sandwich there with the McLaren. As we're right behind Nico Hülkenberg. See what we can do here for 7th. But I just don't think Ricciardo ever had the car. If he stayed at Red Bull and he was in the mix of that 2021 with Verstappen and Hamilton, we would have got a 3-way fight for the championship. I sincerely think we would have got a 3-way fight for the championship between Hamilton, Verstappen, and Ricciardo. Now, I'm not saying Ricciardo would have won in 2021, but with the way how Max and Lewis went about almost every race after Silverstone, or even not even, the tension sort of started even before, a little bit before Silverstone, but maybe Ricciardo would have slipped through the middle, and he would have maybe won it in the end. I'm not saying he would have, I'm not saying he wouldn't. I'm just saying we would have had a 3-way fight instead of just Verstappen and Hamilton. Now don't get me wrong, 2021 had been one of the best Formula One seasons in recent times, probably ever since 2012. Matter of fact, I rate it better than 2012 in my opinion. I think 2021 was a 1 in a million Formula One season. That is what 2021 was. And yes, Daniel Ricciardo did win for McLaren in Monza, Italy. And that's mainly because Hamilton and Verstappen nearly killed each other. But also, it had to do with strategies and everything, because Lando Norris was there. He was right behind Ricciardo all the way. And if you remember, Ricciardo won in 2021, the gap to Norris, very similar fashion to when he won Malaysia in 2016 and Max Verstappen was in second. Remember that Red Bull battle with Ricciardo and Verstappen? Yeah, if Ricciardo would have stayed at Red Bull after 2018, despite Red Bull having the third or fourth fastest car in 2018, 2019 they got closer and they became the second fastest, close to Mercedes. They were pretty much the same in 2020 as well, and then obviously in 2021, I'd say Mercedes was fast at some tracks and then Red Bull were faster. So they were sort of more neck and neck. Now around the outside here of Nico Hülkenberg. Hülkenberg going to block and cover us off. We're going to switch to the outside here going into this corner. We're going to back out of it there a little bit. And now we're going to see what we can do here behind the Renault. As Julian Palmer looks to be, actually it's not Palmer, it's Carlos Sainz as we do the switch back there on Nico Hülkenberg. Hülkenberg's still there. We take it and we around here, we got it, and we are there. And he looks to be a little bit too far there. Felipe Massa getting past Nico Hülkenberg, but it's all okay. We're going to go off a little bit. And Felipe Massa now is going to move to the outside. And we're going side by side here. Going into some of the penultimate quarters, and Massa goes around the outside. Hülkenberg comes in. Hülkenberg's there as well. Maybe can we make it 3 wide? I'm not 100% sure. We're going to use Daniel Ricciardo's dive bombing thing, but unfortunately it didn't work for us like it did for Ricciardo in Baku 2017. We're going to cut the corner. Well, not cut it completely. Felipe Massa, we're side by side. We're going to try to keep it, but no. Massa just got us. Massa unfortunately got it. Oh, okay, and we just took him out. That's very nice. Very weird. It's a very weird grid. As here we are on the grid in last here, getting ready for the 5 red lights. It's lights out, and away we go here for the Belgian Grand Prix of 2014 once again. And oh my gosh, very okay. That was a chaotic start. As there's a car off, and is that one of the Mercedes? It is one of the Mercedes. What? Did I just witness a Ferrari? Hang on, no. I thought I legit just witnessed a Ferrari turning the wrong way. But yeah, one of the Mercedes there spun out. And we're going to see what happened here at the start. It's the McLaren. We unfortunately hit the McLaren there. We don't see how the Mercedes went off. As, okay, never mind. I was talking about weird things. But anyway, here we go. On the back straight here of Nico Hülkenberg's Force India. Let's see, can we get it? Yes, we can. Brilliant. Side by side. And we're up into, what, P11? Yeah, that's P11. But anyway, as I was saying, if Ricciardo stayed at Red Bull with Verstappen in 2022 or 2023, that would have been a championship battle, definitely, between Ricciardo and Max. I'm not sure if it would have gotten dirty, but, you know, we were very close. We just nearly spun, we nearly spun out there. We saved the car. We are on hard tyres, unfortunately, so we are going to be somewhat slow compared to the others, but it's okay, it's okay. I'm not really here to win this race today. Today's more just a chill and just enjoy the drive and the engine sounds, and I guess me talking and rambling on Daniel Ricciardo and why I think he should stay in Formula 1 and not go. But as I was saying, I sincerely think, and I believe, Ricciardo and Max would have went at it from 2022 till possibly even now. I mean, despite Red Bull having their mishap, it wouldn't just be Verstappen and Norris. It would be, Ricciardo would be in that battle as well. And I'm not counting out Ferrari or anything of 2022, because, I mean, it would have been Verstappen, Leclerc, and Ricciardo. I'm not saying to count Perez out, okay? I have nothing against Sergio Perez. He's a count Ferrari, because I know Leclerc was very strong in 2022. Ferrari had their own little screw-ups, unfortunately. But yes, Daniel Ricciardo would have been in the mix of the championship if he stayed at Red Bull. Now, another reason why I think Ricciardo should stay in F1, and I've talked about it before in this video, and that is he never had the car. Yes, I don't believe Daniel Ricciardo ever really had the chance of a championship winning material car. He won a lot of races. The races that he won were very, very crazy races. And, you know, some of them were from luck, and then some of them were from true driver potential. Like, for example, China 2018. Yes, it had to do with the strategy, but we all know that Maxipan Verstappen was literally driving super aggressive that he decided to take out Sebastian Vettel, who was the runner-up at the time. Or at the moment, he was the championship leader. But, you know, Verstappen, back in his aggressive days, he still is aggressive. Verstappen's always going to be aggressive, but he's not like how it used to be. But anyway, as I was saying, yeah, Ricciardo just never had the championship winning card. We just completely cut that corner here in the bus stop chicane. I mean, that's really all we can say here. Oh my God, we can run into the back and we get absolutely karma there by John-Eric Verne Toro Rosso, and that really hurt us. And now we're lost a lot of seconds to him as we're all the way down in P8 as we still hit the wall there on El Rouge. That's Radillon actually. And we're going to see if we can try to catch up. I know we're on hard tyres, so we are very, very slow, but maybe ever so slightly we can catch back up there to John-Eric Verne. I'm not 100%. But he did maybe say that he may have granted Max Verstappen the championship by taking the last lap. We just completely smashed into the rear wing there of John-Eric Verne Toro Rosso. We're trying to get him out of the way at Hulkenberg. Well, no, that's Sergio Perez. Goes around the outside of all of us as John-Eric Verne is trying to block us off, but we're not having any of it. We're going side by side here. Up into P8, or back up into P8, I should say, as next up the road is Sergio Perez. And someone was out, and we kind of got, unfortunately, a little bit distracted by it, but now we're battling for 5th position. Let's see, come on, Perez, come on. Let's see what we can do on this Force India. Red Bull versus Force India is using Daniel Ricciardo's dive bomb expertise at the bus stop chicane to see if we can really do anything. Here we go, we're going to go for it! And no, we unfortunately tagged the rear of Sergio Perez. He closed the door on us, and that's going to be P6 for the Belgian Grand Prix. But we tried to do it. We tried it. And we unfortunately, it was just no cigar. Just here we go. There's another replay of it. We just